God says, beloved soul, before your mind starts imagining random cities, houses, or distant landscapes, pause and breathe slowly, because this message is not about panic relocation or sudden escape, it is about transition, growth, and a shift that has been forming quietly within you long before it appears around you. When the angels say you are moving, they are speaking first about movement of life, movement of mindset, movement of season. Physical relocation may be part of it for some, but the deeper meaning is expansion. You are not meant to remain where you have outgrown. You are not meant to stay in environments that no longer match your maturity. Movement is a sign of progress, not loss. There has been a subtle restlessness inside you lately, a feeling that your current surroundings no longer fully reflect who you are becoming. Maybe it is your career path that feels too small. Maybe it is your social circle that feels misaligned. Maybe it is literally the space you live in that feels temporary. That inner whisper is not random. Growth creates tension when the old environment can no longer contain the new version of you. The angels are not announcing chaos, they are confirming alignment. You are being prepared for a space that supports your next level, whether that space is emotional, professional, relational, or physical. When the title speaks about a picture of the place you are moving to, understand this symbolically. The picture represents clarity forming in your mind. You may have started visualizing a better environment. You may have imagined more peace, more opportunity, more stability. That vision is not fantasy, it is direction. Every meaningful relocation begins first as a thought, then as a decision, then as action. If you feel drawn toward change, it is because your capacity has expanded. You cannot remain in a place that limits your growth when your potential is asking for more room. Movement also requires courage. Leaving familiarity is never easy, even if the familiar no longer serves you. There is comfort in routine, even when routine feels stagnant. But angels align transitions when stagnation has completed its lesson. You have learned what you needed to learn where you are. You have gathered strength. You have developed clarity. Now the next chapter calls you forward. This does not mean you must rush or make impulsive decisions. It means you should remain open. Notice opportunities that suggest expansion. Notice invitations that feel aligned. Notice ideas that bring both excitement and calm. The place you are moving toward, whether physical or symbolic, will reflect your growth. It will feel lighter. It will feel more supportive. It will match your current standards rather than your past limitations. You may not see the full picture yet, but you feel the direction. That feeling matters. It is the beginning of transition. The angels are not creating urgency, they are confirming readiness. You are not being forced to move. You are being guided to grow. Stay attentive to the subtle confirmations around you. Conversations about change. Thoughts about relocation. New ambitions forming quietly. These are signs of momentum. When the time is right, clarity will become stronger than fear. Decision will become easier than hesitation. And when you step into the new environment meant for you, you will realize that movement was never about leaving something behind, it was about stepping into something that finally fits who you have become. God says, "Beloved soul," as this message goes deeper, understand that movement is rarely sudden, it is usually the result of an internal shift that has been building for a long time. Before any physical boxes are packed, before any keys are exchanged, before any address changes, there is always a quiet transition happening within the heart and mind. You may have felt it already. A subtle detachment from what once felt permanent. A growing awareness that your current surroundings no longer fully match your evolving identity. This is not dissatisfaction born from impatience, it is expansion born from growth. When you outgrow a space emotionally or mentally, the desire for movement becomes natural. The angels are not pushing you away from something, they are guiding you toward alignment with who you are becoming. Think about how much you have changed over the past few years. Your goals are clearer. Your standards are higher. Your tolerance for negativity is lower. Your vision for your life feels more defined. The environment you once fit into may now feel restrictive. That does not mean it was wrong for you before. It simply means that seasons change. Just as a seed cannot remain in the soil forever once it has sprouted, you cannot remain in a limited environment once your potential has begun expanding. The picture of the place you are moving to symbolizes a life that matches your current level of awareness. It represents stability where there was uncertainty, opportunity where there was stagnation, and peace where there was noise. This movement may not only refer to a physical house or city. It may refer to a new career opportunity, a healthier social circle, or a different mindset entirely. Sometimes the most powerful relocation is internal. When your thinking changes, your surroundings eventually follow. When you raise your standards, your environment must adjust. The angels are confirming that transition is not loss, it is progression. You are not leaving behind your past to escape it. You are stepping forward because you have completed the lesson attached to your current season. There may be moments of hesitation. Familiarity has comfort, even when it no longer supports growth. The idea of moving can bring uncertainty. But growth always requires stepping into something new. Notice how the thought of change feels inside you. Is there a quiet excitement beneath the fear? Is there a sense of possibility hidden under the doubt? That subtle excitement is important. It is the sign that you are ready. The angels are not urging you to rush. They are encouraging you to prepare mentally and emotionally for what is unfolding. The place you are moving toward will feel different not because it is perfect, but because it aligns. It will support your discipline instead of draining it. It will encourage your ambition instead of limiting it. It will reflect the maturity you have developed. When you arrive there, whether physically or metaphorically, you will recognize that the transition was necessary. The picture you are being shown is clarity forming in advance. It is vision before manifestation. Stay observant. Pay attention to opportunities related to relocation, growth, or expansion. Notice when conversations about change begin appearing naturally in your life. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations of movement already in motion. And as you continue forward, understand this clearly, you are not being uprooted without purpose. You are being repositioned for progress. The environment you are stepping into will not shrink you, it will stretch you in the best possible way. God says, "Beloved soul, as this message continues to unfold, you may begin to realize that this movement is not random and it is not forced, it is intentional positioning. There are seasons in life where staying becomes more uncomfortable than leaving, not because where you are is terrible, but because who you are becoming no longer fits within those walls." You may have felt this subtle discomfort lately, a quiet awareness that your current environment does not fully reflect your present mindset. That awareness is not dissatisfaction, it is development. Growth always creates a moment where the old space feels smaller than before. The angels are confirming that this feeling is not confusion, it is direction. Movement requires courage, but it also requires trust. Trust that what you are leaving has already served its purpose. Trust that the lessons learned where you are now have prepared you for what is ahead. Think about how much clarity you have gained recently. You understand what drains your energy. You recognize what motivates you. You know which environments inspire you and which ones limit you. That clarity is part of the picture being shown to you. The place you are moving toward symbolizes alignment with your higher standards. It represents a life that reflects your discipline, your ambition, your emotional maturity, and your deeper vision. This new place may not be fully visible yet, but you can feel its presence in your thoughts. You may catch yourself imagining more peace, more stability, or more opportunity. You may visualize a space that feels brighter, calmer, or more expansive. That vision is not random imagination, it is preparation. Every relocation begins first in the mind. The angels are helping you see the picture before you step into it so that fear does not control your decision when the opportunity appears. When the door opens, you will recognize it, because you have already seen it in your heart. At the same time, movement is not only about geography. It can be about stepping into a higher version of yourself. You may be moving away from old habits, away from limiting beliefs, away from relationships that no longer align. You may be moving toward confidence, toward purpose, toward financial or emotional stability. The angels are emphasizing that this transition is growth-driven, not fear-driven. You are not escaping something negative, you are advancing toward something aligned. That difference is powerful. There may still be moments of doubt. Questions about timing. Concerns about uncertainty. But remember this, stagnation feels comfortable only for a while. Eventually, comfort becomes confinement. You are at the stage where confinement no longer feels acceptable. You have expanded beyond it. And when expansion reaches a certain point, movement becomes necessary. The place you are heading toward will not simply look different, it will feel different. It will match your internal transformation. It will reflect your elevated standards. As this message settles deeper within you, allow yourself to embrace the idea of transition without resistance. Prepare mentally. Organize your goals. Stay open to conversations about growth. Notice signs that suggest expansion. Movement does not happen by accident, it unfolds through readiness. And you are closer to readiness than you think. The picture you are being shown is not fantasy, it is foresight. It is clarity arriving before manifestation. And when the moment comes to step forward, you will not feel forced. You will feel aligned, steady, and certain that this next chapter was waiting for you all along. God says, "Beloved soul, as this message reaches its final depth, the meaning of this movement becomes even clearer, because what once sounded like a simple change of location now reveals itself as divine repositioning. You are not just moving houses, cities, or environments, you are moving into alignment with the person you have become. There was a version of you that fit perfectly where you are now, but that version has grown. Your mindset has expanded. Your standards have elevated. Your tolerance for limitation has decreased. What once felt comfortable now feels temporary. And that feeling is not dissatisfaction, it is preparation. The angels are not pushing you out abruptly, they are gently guiding you forward because your current space can no longer contain your growth. Look at how much you have evolved. You think differently. You plan differently. You respond differently to challenges. You have developed discipline in areas where you once struggled. You have gained clarity about what you want and what you no longer accept. That clarity naturally creates distance between you and environments that do not reflect your present maturity. The place you are moving toward is not random, it mirrors your internal transformation. It will support your focus instead of distracting you. It will align with your ambition instead of limiting it. It will offer peace where there was once noise and direction where there was once confusion. Movement always feels uncertain before it feels right. There may still be moments where you question timing. You may wonder whether you are ready. But readiness is not about eliminating fear, it is about recognizing growth. The angels are showing you the picture ahead of time so that when the opportunity appears, hesitation does not hold you back. You have already imagined more stability, more space, more opportunity. That imagination is vision forming. Vision becomes intention. Intention becomes action. And action becomes reality. The process is gradual, not rushed. Understand that this transition may unfold in layers. It may begin with a decision, followed by preparation, followed by change. It may be physical relocation, career advancement, or emotional elevation. Whatever form it takes, it will reflect expansion rather than escape. You are not running from your past, you are rising beyond it. The new environment will not define you, it will amplify the version of you that has been developing quietly through discipline and resilience. When you step into it, you will feel recognition rather than shock. You will sense alignment rather than chaos. As this final reflection settles, allow yourself to accept the idea that movement is progress. Growth requires space. Expansion requires courage. And you have already built the strength necessary to move forward. The angels are not announcing disruption, they are confirming direction. If this message resonates with your spirit, type, "I am ready for my next chapter," in the comments as your declaration of confidence and growth. Like this video so it reaches someone who may be resisting necessary change. Subscribe and stay connected for messages that strengthen your focus and prepare you for expansion. You are not being uprooted without reason, you are being repositioned for progress, and the place you are moving toward is waiting for the version of you that is finally ready to arrive.